Indianapolis Colts on the road at the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are full field goal favorites, although that could be heading to 3.5 at several books, as we are juiced at just about everywhere across the country right now. 50.5 is our total, yet another one of those 50 totals. I'm sure you saw the little stat come out from Aaron Schatz that this Indianapolis offense is fourth all-time DVOA through the first 8 weeks of the season, just to let you know how incredibly efficient they have been through the first half of the season. They're going on the road against a defense that is not very good, Noops, so they can prove it yet again this week.
This is a huge, huge game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are suddenly starting to collapse in on themselves. I mean, lose to Cincinnati on the road, lose that game to Green Bay as they go into half with the lead there. They've got the Colts this week, then they go to Los Angeles to play the Chargers, host the Bengals again at Chicago. That's a little easier, but then Baltimore, Miami, that's a little bit easier. Detroit, they got Baltimore twice left still. This is a real mess. I mean, if they lose this game, they're at 4-4 and will be favored in less games than less than half of their games the rest of the way. I mean, this Colts team, it's just unbelievable. And for me, it's just as simple. You go ahead and look at how many points they score every week. 33, 29, 41, 20, 40, 31, 38, 38. I mean, I can't remember an offense since the Patriots that scored that many points that consistently. It's just absolutely unbelievable to watch. And I'm just going to keep taking advantage of the fact that books seem to be a little bit stuck on these Colts team totals. They just can't bring themselves to put this at 30.5 and kind of the numbers that I think it should be. I'm seeing a Colts team total over a little juicy at 26.5. Cheaper 27.5. It's all good. I'm going to play both of those numbers. Again, maybe try to find some alts. I have already bet Colts -3, but given the way the market's moving, by the time you hear this, it'll probably be 3.5. If you're looking at -3, -120, that's a bet. If you're looking at -3.5, say, right around even money, that's probably still a bet. Or again, maybe even look at some alts. I just think this is a spot where Indianapolis is in great shape. They're playing really well, and there's just nothing to me that leads me to think that the Pittsburgh Steelers could do anything to slow them down. I think we see kind of the end of the Steelers season this week.
I'm with you. I laid the 3. I am in a Circa market. Circa is the only flat 110 that's out there as we record this. If you're in a Circa market, I would check them to see they don't move the lines as quickly as some of the other places, and so maybe you can still get the flat one. But I think there's this kind of, Noops, you and I have been are of the age where you think the Steelers and you think good defense. Like, it's just like the way that our brains are wired and programmed. That's not this Steelers defense. This ain't your dad's Steelers. This isn't even our generation Steelers defense. And especially over the last month or so of the season, they've really fallen off of a cliff from a defensive perspective. And great. In rolls the most efficient offense we've seen in the NFL all season long, and one of the most historically efficient offenses that we have seen in the history of football. So I think the Colts go out there and make a point in this one. I think they prove it to people that they are for real. And I think, like you said, this could be the beginning of the end for this Steelers team. So I did lay it with the Colts. I love it a ton. Also, just we don't talk a lot of fantasy here, but if you're DFS players out there, like Jonathan Taylor has multiple games of 3 touchdowns. He's going to be in everybody's lineup this week. If you want to differentiate, maybe you zig where other people are zagging. Play like Daniel Jones paired up with Pittman, or play Daniel Jones paired up with Warren, or both, or something like that, and just pray that Jonathan Taylor doesn't find the end zone. Now, look, he is very likely to find the end zone, and like, it is what it is. But it's one of those things. You're in these large field tournaments, you got to differentiate yourself, and if you can be on a high scoring game, but just be on the other part of it, the other people and all are on the other side of it, then that can be some huge leverage in those tournaments.
That's great advice. And I would even look a little further. You could do something like Daniel Jones and Alec Pierce. I mean, Jonathan Taylor's going to score, but for him to be really useful, he's going to have to score 2 or 3 times. So even if he does score once, but you get, say, a rush touchdown from Daniel Jones and 2 passing touchdowns, you're way ahead of everybody else.